Hello and thank you again for joining us at Free to Become Me channel. We ask that you like, subscribe, share, and follow. Enjoy the video, everyone. Hello to all my YouTube subscribers and my friends and family members. Thanks for coming to join us again today. And today what I'm planning to do today is I got a couple of trees. Actually, I got a good amount of trees eventually to get the property where I want it. There's quite a bit of trees I'm gonna want or need to cut. So today I'm just basically gonna go over how to use a chainsaw and how to cut trees the correct way. I know a few weeks ago I did a video and I had showed you guys I had cleaned or I did a little maintenance on my chainsaw, but today I haven't tried to fire it up as yet, so we're gonna do that first to make sure it's working. One good thing about this chainsaw, if you ever forget the instructions of what to do, it's written right on it, so it makes it very easy. So we're basically just gonna follow the instructions and see what we get. First it says release the chain brake, which is this. We're going to pull this forward to release the chain. Next we're going to pull the choke out. And third, we're going to prime it with this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So give it 10 pumps. Next we're going to pull this 3 to 5 times. I think that was 5. Now we're going to push the choke in. Alright, and let's see. Alright, okay, pushing the choke, and now we're going to try and actually start it. And once we get it started, we're just going to squeeze the lever. Let's see if we can get it started. One of the first things you have to decide when you're going to cut a tree first, you're going to, of course, pick out what tree you're going to cut. And then you got to decide what direction you want the tree to fall. Also, I like to make sure I clear any kind of debris that's around the tree. If you're in a forest, a place that has a lot of like wooded areas, right? You want to make sure like you clear around the tree. So in case you have to move quick, you won't have anything tripping you up and so forth. So the first thing I'm gonna do is clear out around this tree where, I got some clearance in case I need to move real fast. I don't know, my phone is gonna pick up all the little sounds of the bugs and mosquitoes and stuff in here that's hovering around, but they're out here. That's why you notice I put my mask on. I mean my net. Put my net on. I should have sharpened this before I started, but too late now. Just gotta swing a little harder. How easy that was with a chainsaw. Makes life so much easier. This, actually carry this over here. Okay, so we've decided which direction we want the tree to fall. We want the tree to fall that way, right? More of an angle going that way. So what I'm going to do is first, we have to make a, we're going to make a cut. We're going to cut into the side that we want to fall in. So I'm going to cut like this way, going this way. And I'm going to go in about, usually going about a 1/3 to a half, no more than a half, straight. And then we're going to make a second cut, which is going to be our slope cut on an angle. And then we're going to take that piece out. When that piece is out, we're going to come in the back. Some people call it a back cut. And we're going to cut to the back of the tree. But we don't want to cut all the way through where it's actually going to meet the other half, like on the same line. Because you want to save a little bit of bark in there, which is going to help control the fall. And you will know when you hear it cracking a little bit, it's about to go. And that's when it's just going to fall in the direction you want to fall. The next important thing when you're cutting trees is the wind. You always have to look, if it's high winds, what direction the wind is blowing in. Because that can affect the way your tree falls or how accurate it falls in the direction you want it to go in. So today, right now, there's really no wind, so I don't have to worry about that. And like I said, it's about 40 feet, this tree. So that's our straight cut. Now we're going to do a slope cut. Our straight cut, our slope cut. It's not perfect, but it'll work. See, this is what we got right now. See how it's cut like that? So that means this tree should fall this way. Turn the camera around from the back to the front. Yeah, the tree should fall in that direction right there. All right. So now we're gonna do our back cut, and it should all come tumbling down. All right, let's do our back cut. So now we're gonna do our back cut. All right, make sure the brake is off. Give her a pull. The next important thing, you always remember when you're cutting and using a chainsaw and you're cutting trees, you never want to run with a chainsaw in your hand. Say the tree is going the opposite direction, keep a good eye on the tree and what direction it's falling in, and kind of walk. You can walk out of the way rather than run, because running with a chainsaw in your hand, that could be very, very, very dangerous. So, like I'm cutting right here, I have a clear path. I can either come toward the camera, or I shouldn't have no reason to go that direction. But I'm gonna do the back cut, and let's see what we got. Break it off. Okay. All right, let's get a close up on how she fell. So, looking at the tree, going to show you the little meat we left so it can help support the direction it fell in. As you can see right here, when you look at the bark, you see the little meat we left right here, and that actually basically helped control the fall of the tree. See? So in other words, it came down nice and slow, and it fell in that direction, which makes my job easy when it comes now to cutting it up. See? And I'm gonna cut it all up in the smaller pieces that I can manually dispose of. Come back a little bit so you guys can see the whole picture of everything. So that's how it fell. And the rest, I'll probably leave off camera. You can see how I cut everything up into manageable pieces. And then I just kind of pull them away from each other, because all this stuff is going to go way to the back part of this side of the property. So I cut all that up. And then I'm going to come back and cut that up some more into smaller pieces, the big bark. All right, but that's all we got for today.
Well, that brings us to the end of another episode. We ask you, if you haven't done so yet, to please like, share, also subscribe, and follow. And we just pray everyone have a blessed rest of your day.